My name is Jennifer. I am 42 years old. I work as a teacher at a college. I teach history to my students. I show the world I am strict and serious. No one must know my real life. But there is one student who changes everything. His name is Scott. He is 21 years old. He sits in the back of the classroom. He watched me. I try not to look back at him. I feel a very strong attraction to Scott. I know this feeling is wrong. I am his teacher. He is my student. I must be careful. One day I drove home after class. My house is far from the college. I changed my clothes and sat in the quiet house. At 10 o'clock in the evening, I heard a knock on the door. I opened the door. It was Scott. I pulled him inside quickly. In my house, we were not teacher and student. We were just Jennifer and Scott. He smiled at me. I kissed him. We have been meeting like this for 1 month. We never meet in public places. We never speak at school. We sat on my sofa. I held his hand. Scott makes me feel alive. Usually Scott leaves before midnight. He uses the back street to walk home, so no neighbor can see him leaving my house. But tonight he could not go outside. It was raining hard. I felt tired after the long day. Scott looked at me. I knew he wanted to stay the night. I knew we were safe inside my house. We were safe from the outside world for now. I looked at Scott. I said, "Stay." He smiled. We sat on my sofa. We talked about our lives and our future. We shared our dreams. Scott looked into my eyes and said, "I love you, Jennifer." My heart beat fast. I had tried to stop my love for him for many weeks, but I was tired of running away from the truth. I said, "Scott, when I am with you, I feel free. I know that the world says this is wrong for us, but for me, this is the only real love I have ever known." Scott held me in his arms. That night, we slept in my bedroom. The next morning, I woke up. Scott was sleeping next to me. My heart felt heavy with fear. We could not hide our secret in the light. Scott got dressed fast. My hands were shaking. We talked about how he needed to leave the house. He must go out the back door so no one could see him. The storm from the night before was finished. Now the neighbors were outside. They were cleaning their garden. We tried to act like everything was normal. I went to the kitchen and made breakfast. We sat at the table together. I thought about my job at the college. I thought about my secret life. If anyone knew about Scott, I could lose everything. Scott stood up. He had to go. He promised to call me later. He opened the back door. Scott stepped outside and closed the door behind him. I needed to see if he was safe. I looked out at the window. I saw Scott walking away. Then I froze. My neighbor, Mrs. Thompson, was standing in her garden. She was looking at my back door. She saw Scott leave the house. Her eyes became wide. She knew Scott was not my family. She knew he was too young. She understood the secret immediately. Later that day, Mrs. Thompson came to my door. I opened it. She did not smile. She looked at me with serious eyes. She said, "I saw him this morning. I know that boy. He is one of your students at the college." My heart stopped. I could not speak. Mrs. Thompson said, "This is very serious. This kind of thing can destroy your life, Jennifer. You must stop it now." When she finally left, I closed the door. My eyes were full of tears. I knew she was right. I was a teacher and Scott was my student. This love was wrong. That evening, we met at the park. Scott said, "I love you, Jennifer. I cannot live without you. We can run away together." I said, "I love you, too, Scott. You make me feel special, but now we must stop. Mrs. Thompson knows about us. You need to finish your education. You need a good future. And, I need my job." Scott looked down. He did not fight me. He simply held me. Before he walked away, I made a promise. I said, "Go now. Finish everything you need to do. I promise I will wait for you. I will wait until the day we can be together without fear." 5 years passed. I continued to work as a teacher at the small college. I lived in my house alone. I remembered Scott often. Scott had left the city to finish his studies. He was a boy when we first met. Now he was a grown man. Sometimes I worried that he forgot me. But I kept my promise. I continued to wait for him. 5 years is a very long time to wait for a person. One afternoon, I heard a knock at the front door. I opened it. My heart stopped. It was Scott. He was taller and more handsome. Scott looked at me. He did not care about the neighbors. He pulled me close and kissed me. I felt so happy. The fear was gone. Scott said, I told you I would come back. I kept my promise. I held him tight. We were finally together and we were free. The long wait did not kill our love. It made our love stronger. We knew our feelings were real. The college could not fire me now. Scott was not my student anymore. We could walk down the street holding hands. Scott said he never stopped thinking about me. Our story was difficult and full of pain, but we fought the world and we won. We chose each other again. We chose love. If you enjoy emotional English stories, please like, comment, share and subscribe. English Stories 2026